With only one win in their last 6 matches beforehand, but fourth-placed United having a bit of a sticky patch as well, having won just 1 of their last 5 games in the SPL. Craig Levein made 3 changes after the latest defeat by Gretna. Zamatulski back in goal in place of Ewan McLean, Lee Wilkie back from suspension in place of Gary Kenneth, and Jordan Robertson in on the left in place of Stuart Duff. 2 changes for Gordon Strachan, and yes, that name in central defence is that of Bobo Balde, making his first start for exactly a year in place of Stephen Presley. Jiri Jarisic came into midfield in place of Massimo Donati. The commentary from Ian Crocker and Scott Booth.
Venagora Hesseling inviting McGeady to latch onto this, and he's going to. McDonald is calling for it offside. Flag up anyway, and it wouldn't have counted.
Well, it's a classic move. The ball's up to Jan Venagor, touch back, and it's through. And as you can see, Scott McDonald, who should not be offside in that position, he's looking right along the line.
Dillon gets it back from Jordan Robertson. Returns the compliment. Jordan Robertson is able to deliver, and it was Hunt's header, deflected by Brown.
This is great football from United. Dillon doing really well on this left-hand side, feeds in Robertson. He just floats one across, and Hunt, he can't really get the power on it.
Brown, McGeady. Deflection may yet help Venagora Hesseling, and Jarisic should have done better perhaps.
Well, it certainly was put on a plate for Jarisic. McGeady with initial shot, very good striking plate from the big Dutchman.
Scott Brown encouraging Gomez to move in. Now Flood. And here's Barry Robson. Great try, and it bounces off the bar.
Oh, this is a sublime strike from Robson. I think he sensed that they've been overplaying it at times, Dundee United, and he got himself in that situation. He thought, well, this time I'm going to have a go.
Celtic looking for a breakthrough before half-time. Paul Hartley's corner, and Venagora Hesseling nearly. And there's some stop.
That's a top-class stop. He just scoops it there. He gets a thumb to it. That was all it needed. Got it up onto the bar.
Celtic fans loving Bobo Balde today in his first game for a year. McGeady, can he provide the spark? He often has in recent matches. He's in the mood, McGeady, which certainly had Zamatulski scrambling.
Certainly a lot more like it from Celtic, far more direct. And of course it does come through McGeady.
Hartley with the corner, and it's in from Jan Venagor of Hesseling. He answers a few critics. It's a vital breakthrough this for Celtic.
Paul Hartley swings in, and this time Zamatulski's got no answer for it. Jan Venagor of Hesseling, he loses marker. It's Jordan Robertson he gets away from. He just glances it, and as you can see, in off the post. Zamatulski nowhere near it.
Here's Gomez now. Conway, who can deliver, and Brown flapping at it, and Hunt, and Jarisic decides to send it behind for a corner.
Well, we talked about Conway's delivery, and just look at this one. Cuts inside, and it's dipping right on top of Brown. Robson goes in for it. It's a poor header from Hunt.
Hartley the provider again, and McManus arrives at the far post to put it in.
Again, it's a set piece and a quality one. It's just got enough height on it to evade the first defender. Donati comes across. It's certainly not like a true centre-half, more like a true centre-forward getting into the back post.
McManus's header found its way to Conway. And did that hit Bobo Balde's hand? Well, the referee had a fantastic view.
Off of Balde's right foot, up into his hand. Then it's got to be a penalty.
Brown and McGeady, two key players for Celtic. Brown! It's off the post. It would have been a goal.
Great play from McGeady, cutting it back. He spotted Brown. He gets real power in that one.
In open play, I didn't feel we had that many problems. You know, I don't think McDonald and Venegoor of Hesselink really caused us that many problems, and McGeady wasn't at his best today. I managed to keep him fairly quiet. And as I said, to lose goals from set pieces is a big disappointment.
Very glad to be back on the team, and especially at this time, because it's been a long time. Today it's 1 year when I get my broken legs against Dundee as well. So I'm delighted to be back on the team, and happy that the team won today with a clean sheet.
Murdo McLeod was at Tannadice. Jim Duffy here on the full SPL as well. It took Celtic quite a while to get in front, but they got there and did it well.
Well, it was tough. United played well. It was a very good game to watch. Two sides getting the ball down, good movement, good pace about the game, but set plays, which you didn't expect to undo Dundee United.
Jim, what about United's performance?
Yeah, well, I think Dundee United are resolute, and you know they are difficult to break down. They know how to work against a team tactically. That 4-5-1 formation when they lose possession, and they make it very difficult for Celtic to play through them. And I think Craig Levein touched on that in his interview there. But you've got to defend set pieces better than they did today, and that ultimately cost them the match.
Almost a spectacular goal-scoring start by Dundee United, Murdo, when Barry Robson rattled the crossbar.
Yeah, he's very influential for that United side. Played wide on the right, then he just moved into the middle of the park there. But United, good football. There's Robson picking the ball up. Only one thought in his mind. So unlucky. He's crashed it. The goalkeeper, absolutely no chance there. But just look at this. And this is Robson at his best. Just striking a true ball there. Middle of the crossbar and away. And at that point, United were in the game. It was a very even match. And if they got themselves in front, they'd have made it very difficult for Celtic.
Well, Gordon Strachan said post-match that this was the best save he's seen since returning to Scotland, Jim.
Yeah, I mean, it was a terrific save, Venegoor of Hesselink, but, you know, I think that there's no one on that back post and it comes back to haunt them later on. It's a magnificent save. I mean, the ball's almost past him. A lovely header, downward header, but the goalkeeper at full stretch and his fingertips, and it looks as if he's back to his best again.
And they persisted with those Hartley corners, Murdo, and it paid off.
Wonderful quality from Paul Hartley, but again, I'm a fan of having people in the post. Look at that. Just a ball on target, that's all it is. Just hit the target and the ball was in the net. Venegoor of Hesselink, again, Jim touched upon it there. The great save from the goalkeeper, free header and no one on that post.
How difficult a ball is this to defend for Celtic's second goal, Jim?
Yeah, it's a terrific ball from Paul Hartley. I mean, we know he's one of the best in the business at you know, putting that whip ball in there. But I think the United start a little bit too deep. I think they should be up another 4 or 5 yards and then dropping. But you see here, as it's touched on by Donati, they're almost inside their 6-yard box, right on the 6-yard line. So it means then if it does take a ricochet off a player, which it did with Steve McManus, it just goes into the net. And I think they've just got to be a bit stronger and just hold the line 2 or 3 yards higher up the pitch there.
We've seen Zamatulski beaten twice there. We've also seen a great save from him, Murdo. And of course we've heard speculation that he may end up at Celtic in January.
I think a possibility that will happen. Craig Levein was saying today that they're trying to keep him at the club, and hopefully that they could, but I don't see that's going to happen. I think he'll end up, and Celtic look to be the favourites to sign him.
Bobo Balde made his first start for Celtic since breaking his leg against Dundee United exactly a year ago. Do you think he did enough, Jim, to stay in the team?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know what you're getting with Bobo Balde. Everyone knows that. I mean, there's never been a doubt. He's a no-nonsense defender. You know, he's totally committed. He's magnificently strong in the air. If he's got to go and tackle like that, I think he's lucky there because he does dive in, but he wins the ball. But he gets himself in these central positions. He heads it away. If he's got to boot it into the stand, he boots it into the stand. He's not a silky soccer type of defender, but he is a very strong, powerful central defender, and it's something Celtic's lacked.
And Murdo, it's a remarkable statistic that was Celtic's first clean sheet away from home in 14 months, 35 matches.
Quite incredible. and it just coincided with Baldy coming back into the side, and that's a year to the day since he last played, since he broke his leg against Dundee United, and I'm delighted to see him back, because obviously I think at the back Celtic's been struggling. They've chopping and changing centre-backs, playing in the whole back four, but him back in that mid-central defence position, for me, was a big boost for Celtic
The joke, Murdo, was that John Clark, the kit man, would get a game before Bobo Baldi, so why is he suddenly back in?
I can't believe I was surprised. It must be Christmas or something round about now.
Okay,
because
guys,
he's been trying so hard for so long to get a game and it's not happened for him.
He's worked hard, he's got himself back into the team. We'll see if he can stay there. Rangers